afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast from your host and Paul.A.D, the one, the only master of propaganda of it all 1 vs 1 on Crossroads. In the north, it is Paul.A.D fighting for America, freedom, democracy, taking on the role here of the 3rd Armored Division. As in the south, it is Artyom, aka Lenya, fighting for the Oberkommand West Germany. Deutschland, taking on the role here of the Panzerdivision here. We got Kubelwagens that, interestingly enough, here. And as always, remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press the bell button if you do subscribe. So you know YouTube is more likely to see about the video. Otherwise, we got here Spec Ops, Boo, Luftwaffe Ground Force Overwatch there versus Heavy Cavalry straight away from Paul.A.D with Triple Infantry. Oh, we got Overwatch this, and we got a bit more interesting. We also got Overwatch bulletins up here from Lenya or Artyom. There's another player's all comes of Artyom, so I'm going to call him Lenya just to avoid any confusion with that fellow. Although we got the Kubelwagen out here for Lenya. Bit of a rare sight in Oberkommand West play at the moment. While it did get, shall we say, a bit improved, it's still not really made the Kubelwagen massively viable. Up north here, we've got Sturmpanzer's rifle there, bit of shooting back and forth. M1 Garance versus the STG 44 Sturmgewehr 44. Follows that thing and Sandbags. So we've got rifleman up here, it's going to engage them a bit there. Not quite done there. Go 2 units versus 1, in particular negative cover. It's going to be pretty bad development there for Paul.A.D. He's going to have to retreat there pretty rapidly, I think, versus Lenya's men. Or just bring up more riflemen, which also tend to do the job here. Lenya, in comparison, might want to begin starting to bring up the Kubelwagen quite fast for the troops, since one on its own it's not exactly amazing combat. You know, in this case, just focus down and do some lot of damage to the Sturmpanzers up close. And they do a lot of damage up close. It's just most people tend not to be very good at getting the Sturmpanzers up close without getting them murdered. So right here, though, Lenya displays that skill, which can be a tricky skill to actually acquire. I mean, the Sturmpanzers, while they have assault rifles, they function more in most cases like submachine guns. They do have slightly better DPS, I think, than the submachine guns, but it's not a lot better, and that usually means you have to really get them close to them to do any serious damage. We got troops that are reinforcing. We got a 3rd Rifle Squad waiting for Paul.A.D and the 3rd Armored Division, which was the only division by which received Pershings. Well, there was also the Super Pershing, but that went to another division. There was only like one of them, and it was basically just a Pershing with a bigger gun and a lot of sort of armor from scrap tanks that sort of slapped onto it. Kubelwagen versus the Rifleman. There you go, sort of catching that on negative cover, open cover. Forces backing up as well there. Forming up a sort of small force here that is going to be difficult there for Paul.A.D to break through with a single unit. He's got more Rifleman away there. We're probably seeing some fast tech here versus Lenya. We got more folks there for Lenya and Deutschland. Kubelwagen there continuing the pursuit here, closing in there extremely slowly towards Veterans who won at the same pace as a snail might, you know, get towards anything. Again, it's kind of one of the reasons why the Kubelwagen still isn't seeing a lot of usage. Even without everything else, it's still Veterans up like molasses. Well, slow as molasses. There you go. Rather than really bunched up, they're full troops moving in again. It does show experience, which again helps a bit, but it's still not really good. Plus, a lot of the veterans bonuses you get aren't exactly amazing. But anyways, we're having out with the riflemen slowly bleeding out here. Paul.A.D basically caught up in a really bad engagement. To be honest, he's just wasting manpower without really making any serious gains here versus Lenya and the Panzer. There go Kubelwagen charging into the push them back on the cover there. Cheeky and, well, slightly cheesy play there by Lenya, but the rifle now pushed out. Paul.A.D's situation is a bit spotty. We got the company, or the platoon command post being upgraded with the lieutenant on the way there. More filters there for Lenya. So that's going to be a lot of there. He's also mining up the cover there. Very good play there. A bit of a sneaky thing you do, of course, is just to mine your opponent's sort of usual cover spots, then sort of catch them off guard with that. Clever play there. It's not something I actually see surprising as much as you'd figure it'd do, but it is nice for the player doing it. When you do it, obviously for the opponent it's going to be really frustrating because you suddenly think, okay, my men are in cover, they're safe, and then they just explode, and you suddenly realize, oh goodness, no, they're not safe. How rude. Trying away there for Lenya. Likely going to be mechanized dragon, very much meta there, of course, but he could go for the Belgrave headquarters instead if he wanted to. Either way, though, he's not stalling into a Command Panther. Thank, you know, God. Whatever you worship, as long as it's not the ruinous powers of chaos, in which case you're right out. Folks, they're being pushed back, though. Flares popping off there. En masse, as of the fireworks there. Folks is moving up here. Troops standing about here, grabbing the northern point. We've got Racers up there with the M1 carbine. Rather than they're being slowly shot out there by the Kubelwagen. He actually got 10 kills on that Kubelwagen. That is actually a surprisingly large amount of damage that Kubelwagen's been, or killing that Kubelwagen's been doing. I'm actually genuinely shocked, like 10 kills on a Kubelwagen. Wow. In 2019. Got the mechanized command post there being upgraded to the platoon command post. Like going to see us do a light tank here versus Lenya. His truck standing about there. And it is the battlefield headquarters, meaning we won't be seeing a Puma. That's going to be helpful for Paul.A.D, since that obviously means, well, no Puma, meaning whatever light vehicles go, is going to have a bit of an easier time here versus Lenya. It does not go for the stupid to go at the M20, which of course is also really good. And either way, will benefit from the lack of a mechanized regiment. I mean, no matter how you twist and turn it, it's good for it. Followed there by the western fuel point there. We'll be soon probably seeing some upgrades there for Lenya's infantry. Some Sturmgewehr 44. The 44 sort of indicating the year it sort of went into production. Since technically, of course, it's been under development for quite a bit longer than that. And in fact, was sort of already ready a bit before that. Roughly. But a little fun fact there. Rifleman charging at the Fulton. The Fulton need to be careful. They could quickly get hosed down here by the Rifleman and the Lieutenant backing up here. M20 almost done.
M20 ready for action.
Oh, we even got a bit of detection on the Kubelwagen. Close to it to on that one. It'd be interesting and amazing that Lenya there could actually like get it beyond Vetchi 2 and even Vetchi 3 and 4. Because, I mean, what happens in most cases when the Kubelwagen play is if they get to Vetchi 2, suddenly all unit preservation goes out the window. They just charge it at the enemy as though they're just carrying a thermonuclear device on board. That would somehow just win the war, but it doesn't. Panzerfaust here, they're saving the Kubelwagen from death by the M20. Rearsen's getting cut down here. Sturmpanzer's placeholders down there from the windows. We got 7 kills. Veterans who won there, halfway to Vetchi 2. M20 needs to be scheduled there to safety before Lenya puts out its misery. Got Rangers in here for Paul.A.D to try and push his way here through the crowds. And those damn Nazis. Rifleman retreating against the Sturmpanzer to form up a stalwart blocking position that makes it harder for Paul.A.D to do what he wants. The Rangers out there. Thompsons are available now to be equipped for them. The Chicago typewriters. Which really says a lot about American literacy at that point. Lieutenant there being pushed back. Fulton's going straight for the car point there. Back here, troops healing, reinforcing. Oh, well, reinforcing. Healing is inbound here for Paul.A.D. Lenya. Kubelwagen rushing out there. Pretty risky for Lenya, though. Don't throw away the Kubelwagen. Please don't, Lenya. Please don't. You're setting a bad example for the viewers. That's because the Sturmpanzers, they can actually fix it up. Good. Sturmpanzers themselves, incredible first 52 has always been doing quite good with them. In fact, Lenya's unit preservation, I would say, has been very firm, but at the same time, he's not been too timid, so they haven't been doing nothing at all either. So, you know, a good balance there by Lenya. Aggressive, but not too aggressive. Cautious, but again, just, you know, the right sort of amount of caution. Rangers almost got the Thompsons ready. Troops reinforcing. Also, a little fun fact about the Thompson. The British, actually, before they silenced the Sten gun, actually tried to make a silenced version of the Thompson submachine gun. That obviously didn't quite work out, but they tried, and then went with a Sten gun instead. Thompson's there versus Fulton's there. Need to pop a grenade here, I think, to have a chance, particularly at this range. The Rangers are going to lose out. There you go. Got the pound of grenade up, which actually forces them out into the range here of the Rangers. And particularly to cover, this is really, honestly, not a weak move there by Lenya. Good move there by Paul.A.D. And we got the M20 moving up back to see some whops on Lenya and the German army, which is going to be the Panzerlehr reeling a bit here against Democracy and Freedom. And there you go, one full squad down. In fact, they had to equip assault rifles. That's pretty good. But they, rifle squad went down, rather cancelling out whatever gains there Paul.A.D made, even if making ground. See, still losing a rifle squad like that is pretty hurtful. Ambulance on the way there for Paul.A.D and Democracy, going straight for the fuel point there with the M20, rather than being slowly bled out. Kubelwagen striking for the far then. 12 kills, it's actually heading towards Veterancy 3. I can almost hear the crowds, you know, at the ends of the screens across the world just going wild at the possibility of a Veterancy 3 Kubelwagen in the year 2019 AD. 20 moving about there. Troops back for healing and forcing. I'm guessing he's going to try and move for armor. He could be still in trying to stall for the Pershing. We'll have to see how that goes out. As for Archer, Lenya, we got the Schwer Panzer quarters going up there, or Schwerer Panzer Hauptquartier. Setting up there for Panzers and Obersoldaten. And again, with that Obersoldaten bulletin, it is certainly not impossible he might be planning for some actual Obersoldaten play. We got a bit of detection on from the Kubelwagen as it very carefully scouts ahead for anything that might blow it up. Jürgen, watch out! That's a bush! Yeah! Whoa! Look at me, Mutti. I can fly. Wow, cool one turn out there. Very, very close to Veterinary Fleet. Folks, they're being hosted a bit by the M20 utility car with its 50 caliber. Only one kill though. Not quite the most impressive kill count when compared with the mighty Kubelwagen. Stalwart sign of German engineering, the Kubelwagen. Big swarm push here by Paul.A.D, hosing through the centre. Lenya's men there routed in a storm of bullets, trying to react here, but the situation quickly deteriorating. Not even the Kubelwagen can stop this onslaught of democracy that Paul.A.D is unleashing upon Lenya and the Panzer Panzer. We've got the Kubelwagen, we need to be careful, they need to be careful. Remember, it's not bulletproof, Lenya. Despite its sexy, sleek curves, they do not deflect bullets. Also, might want to pop detection off, so you know, can actually quickly get out of there if it comes down to it. MG for the prime covering fire here, rifling slowly but out, but the Kubelwagen be very, very, very close to Veterinary Fleet. Oh my, we got 14 kills in the Kubelwagen. We're almost there. There we go, we got an Veterinary Fleet Kubelwagen. We're not quite at the ace level, but now it's where the fun begins. We might actually get to see an ace Kubelwagen. In a 1 versus 1. I mean, I've seen one before, and that was in a 2 versus 2 match, and that was more, I think, by coincidence. But here, in a 1 versus 1. And there goes tactic self-repaying. Mine goes off in the M20. Kubelwagen goes in for the kill for the fatherland. It's halfway towards Veterinary 4. Need to be careful not to get too close and get hit with an tank rifle grenade. Lenya, 4-6. We're getting very close there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Truly, the Age of Wonders is not over. Almost there, Veterinary 4 increasing the accuracy and the lethality and the DPS. There we go, it's a Veterinary 4 Kubelwagen. No, the 50 caliber, no. Whew. It got away. He needs to push up the west side there. Getting a bit too focused, of course, on the eastern side. The west side is wide open. And certainly it's a good deal for Lenya to put pressure there. But at the same time, Paul could be putting on more pressure there. We've got nothing from the base here. It looks like he's trying to stall for the Pershing, but with just the lieutenant, I would describe that as a bit of a... move. We got a Jaeger squad out there, probably recommend. All of a sudden, we got the crew just now beginning to self-repair there. The crew hard at work fixing it up there with the finest of Kubelwagen repair tools, which means stale bagels and sauerkraut. 50 caliber, they're hanging to the Fultz Grenadiers. Slowly creeping up the west side here. Jaeger's been equipped with the Scope G43. Kubelwagen there, very slowly fixing it. It's obviously not very fast at doing, but then it can actually move while being repaired, so that's a slight advantage that the Kubelwagen does have. And in fact, no other unit, I think, can repair itself and move at the same time. 50 caliber from the eastern fuel point. I'm trying to rush into with the Sion Punish by the western fuel point. Got response there, Paul.A.D. We got the cap, yeah. So he's stalling for the Pershing here, which is definitely going to think Lenya more time to catch up and you push back against his opponent, in particular with the mighty, almost ace Kubelwagen. Sending a grenade off there, slowly pushing for the MTA. Bit of a reckless assault there, but he's definitely trying to clear out that machine gun with raw force here. Not exactly graceful play there by Lenya, but it works. But there you go, the response from Paul.A.D is ruthless and resounding. MG34 trying to cover up the flank, they're doing a reasonable job there. Kubelwagen needs support as well there. 15 kills, doing more damage. M20 getting Panzerfaust, they're blocking off the path there to the 50 caliber. Got smoke down here, almost cost the M20 the life there. Smoke on the MG34 line, Paul.A.D's infantry to advance. Folks, they're being routed. Jaeger's going to do damage. Kubelwagen is a bit forgotten there by Lenya. Should get in there to assist here on the right flank to push back those Rangers with a mighty Kubelwagen. Got folks there as a lieutenant. We got a Brandhand gun out off there to flash out the Yankees. And running here for the 50 caliber there. Kubelwagen could move in to assist. Looks like Lenya has absolutely forgotten about this mighty veteran Kubelwagen Krieger. We got the 50 caliber on the way there, a 4. And now to tank the weather for Paul.A.D. Kubelwagen now is charging here, they're dashing ahead. In a most heroic and inspiring maneuver. There needs to be careful not to get killed out by the 50 caliber. Ah, 9! No! No, not the Kubelwagen. Ah. Holy smokes, that Kubelwagen almost got destroyed again, but once more lives to see another day. At this point, it's got to be riddled with more holes than the Swiss cheese. We got weapon racks on there. Paul.A.D clearly upping his arsenal to defeat the mighty Kubelwagen. Struck by Kubel Fear. Closely tracking the distance in the west side here. Halfway towards the ace level, will this truly be it? Will we be seeing an ace Kubelwagen in a 1 vs 1 in the year 2019 of our Lord? Watch and find out, ladies and gentlemen. Panzerkampfwagen out there for Paul.A.D. And there you go, the almost ace Kubelwagen is good to go. Backing up the Panzer IV with its mighty machine gun and courage. Or not, just hanging back there. I mean, as long as it doesn't drive into another 50 car, the Kubelwagen should be at least able to do something there. But obviously, the M1 anti-tank is going to prove to be a bit of a potential bane there for the Kubelwagen. Not really designed to assist 50-cm armor-piercing rounds. A bit of a design flaw on the Kubelwagen. Panther moving ahead through the centre. Paul.A.D looking to establish a blocking position is going to make it harder here for Lenya to move about freely. The flanks again are wide open. Lenya flying with the light gun artillery fire, then smoke since here versus Paul.A.D. Very good. Back to detection there for the Kubelwagen. Certainly delays the possibility of the mighty ace Kubelwagen. Need to keep it safe for the range of the 5th caliber. Lenya, no! There we go. Back to safety, back to safety. Folks can push up the west side there. Panther moving up, shoots and misses. Using the eastern point here for the Jaegers. Shots fired, missed. Kubelwagen slowly fixing himself up again after that brash with a 50 caliber. Halfway to the ace level. We got Captain Anderson charging the full squad in the west. We got a Brandhunt gun and number of things coming up to stop here. Paul's advance. Paul is. I mean, he's easily got in the field for the Pershing. He's roughly there towards manpower as well, halfway there, but command points is really sort of lagging behind. That's really going to be where Paul.A.D or Lenya can punish Paul.A.D there. If Paul.A.D doesn't, take up and just push ahead, because honestly, if you like to just take ahead, he could really just give Lenya right now, I think, a good bashing. So strategically, Paul, I think, is committing to a bit of a mistake there. Now, of course, I'm underestimating the power of the Kubelwagen. Mine goes off there, finally in the cover. Line for gunfire there in the 50 caliber position here. Jaeger screaming on the left flank. Fifth caliber routed, house collapses. As Paul.A.D destroys their potential hard point for Lenya to utilise against Paul.A.D. Very good move there, of course. And the Western 20 continuing to prove a bit of an obstacle there for Lenya and Deutschland. Kubelwagen remains static at the moment. Bit of a shame there, bit of a shame. And looks like Paul.A.D has finally realised that, maybe just taking for actual tanks would probably serve him better at this point. Plus it might help just a bit further closer towards the Pershing anyways. A bit faster. Kubelwagen remains non-moving, inert. And there we go. Take down there for Paul.A.D. Panther moving ahead here. Kubelwagen slowly advancing to provide sort of reconnaissance support here. Though quickly falls back to a more static pattern of silent observation. MD fed on the way into Lenya to help contain Paul.A.D's infantry, which is essentially an obstacle. We've got lots of bars up there as well for Paul.A.D. The Kubelwagen is actually slowly just passively absorbing experience. We might still get the ace Kubelwagen. We might actually get there. Oh boy. Oh my. So close, so close. We can almost taste the ace Kubelwagen. Almost. Ooh. This is exciting. Absolutely exciting. This is peak Company Heroes 2. Ace Kubelwagens. We're almost there. The Mount Everest of Company Heroes 2s. These Ace Kubelwagens. And we've got M20 with rifle rears and cat moving westwards there as Paul.A.D feels a silent creeping sensation on his back. A tingling, cold sweat developing on his brow. Wondering what could this monstrosity be that seems to be lurking on the horizon. Is it an Ace Kubelwagen? Yes, it is. Soon. Paul.A.D there seems to have just stalled here after going for the major. I mean, at least it keeps sort of ready as an option after the Pershing, but even then, a bit risky there. Lenya can go for a Panther 4, though of course he should be going to start getting the idea that his opponent might actually push for a Pershing, in which case a Panther Yak Panzers would be a very solid, I think, investment instead there. Kubelwagen there, hanging very far behind here. Smoke shined off here to suppress some of Lenya's position, just by preventing it from firing directly. Panzerfaust and M20, very good work there, very good. Paul.A.D, I think he needs to stop focusing so much in the centre. He's like suffering from tunnel vision. He needs to sort of hit the rest of the map. He needs to sort of try and outmaneuver Lenya rather than trying to just break through where Lenya's got a lot of his guns sighted. In particular with that artillery, which I think is a really big lacking right now that Paul's force composition has, alongside the lack of tanks. He really needs to try and rely more on just the fluidity of his infantry support to try and, you know, break through elsewhere on Lenya and just keeping pressure and denying resources. I mean, right here, for example, there's 3 points which are utterly undefended, yet Paul.A.D just keeps going for the centre victory point, which is, on the other hand, very heavily defended. It's like robbing a gun store when, like, right next door there's like a candy store with an old lady, and, like, you know, the cash machine is just filled with money. Like, you know, you just walk in and grab it, no resistance. So he's finding sound position to the west. We got the Panther 4 moving in. Victory point being fought back and forth here. We got the M20 opening up. Kubelwagen remains silent. But again, ever so close to the ace level. So close. Quick bit of fire there. Back here, troops reinforcing, healing there for Lenya. Kubelwagen could maybe a bit here. Hide behind the building there just to gain some of that bit of extra experience. Come on, Lenya. Get it to ace. It deserves it. Rather than being hosed down again, as Paul.A.D just keeps trying to force a centre passage here, but it's just not working out. And it's actually costing Paul.A.D a lot of manpower and resources that just aren't really producing any results. Lenya can soon go for a Panther. At this point, he might even be strong for the King Tiger, realising that Paul.A.D himself is stalling for a Pershing. He's actually close though now. He's got the fuel. He almost has the manpower. He has the command point. A Pershing is now an actual reality here for Paul.A.D. Panther 4 gaining about 21. Anti-tank and shooting, missing. Troops pushing through the centre here. Kubelwagen just a bit further ahead, Paul. You can do it. I mean Lenya, not Paul. Lenya. I suppose if Paul launched an assault that gets sufficiently close to the Kubelwagen, it's going to work out anyways. And we got the Panther, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Meanwhile there, we got the 26 Pershing out here for Paul.A.D and for Democracy. And I'm guessing he's going to launch another head-on assault here against Lenya, trying to break through his centre. Infantry opening up here though. And immediate route. Here's the Panther 1 for proves to be an obstacle. Pershing charging forward. We got air support called in here. Troops taking heavy casualties from air support. Artillery fire there. Pershing being pushed back as well there as he can't break through the Luftwaffe cordon there that is guarding the ground there from the skies. Still punched by the veteran. 13 kills. And there we go. It's happened. The Kubelwagen is veteran T5. It is the ace Kubelwagen, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. Pretty sure this is the first time it's caught on companies too, or you know, just my YouTube channel in like years if it ever has been. So you know, quite impressive in a sense. Quite impressive. Panther moving out there though. Pin up machine being added here for the Panzerkampfwagen 5. At some point, Lenya of course might want to get the mechanised ready up just to get repair pioneers out, and of course in a sense leave himself the backup option of a King Tiger if it comes down to that. Person being fixed up again though. Paul needs to attack elsewhere. He needs to, like, at least for a brief period of time, just accept the centre is not immediately his and just try and outmaneuver it, trying to force Lenya to attack from elsewhere and just, you know, respond to Paul's movement instead of just constantly placing his weight there where every gun is increasingly pointed from Lenya's perspective. Seems like Paul.A.D is convinced this time it will succeed, that at some point Lenya is going to somehow not assume He's going to attack from the centre. Again, but activity attacks elsewhere. Try on the way, this is giving the mechanized direction there for Lenya. The Kedner letting a good hit there on Pershing. Pershing continues heading, he might try and take out the Kedner for first, or not, goes for the Panther instead. Troops being suppressed here, no smoke down, which would be a great idea to just suppress some of Lenya's firepower, as the Pershing and the infantry. So I mean, really he should just pop smoke, but there goes clearing out the MD-34 troops that are so bunched up, they're taking heavy casualties here from Lenya's forces. Almost got like Kedner for the Pershing being pushed back, heavily damage, entertaining there, could also stand to move up. Infantry being blasted by the light infantry gun, veteran 37 kills already. Rather weakly executed assault there, to be honest, by Paul.A.D here. Weakly executed. Bazooka fire to take on fire here on Lenya's armor as it advances. Pershing needs to get out of there. Good hit on the Panther, though they still got a lot to go. Panther 4 taking a lot of damage as well there. Probably want to just focus down one of them. Panther down to roughly half health. Pershing dodges a shot there. Panther 4 going for the anti-tank gun. Panther at this point acting as bait. Anti-tank gun cleared out. Quickly switching aside to the Panther 4, which is probably going to be the easier target at this point, to be honest. Pershing moving again there. Nope, gets away. Oh, pulls away. Anti-tank recruit range is a bit expensive there for Paul.A.D. Pershing moving up. Need to be careful that it is low in health. Folks is moving up here. Getting space for the 50 caliber there. And Lenya pulls back the armor. The ace Kubelwagen remains and safe for positions here. Obviously, as a elite strategic reserves that will turn the tide surely once committed once more to the battle. But only at the most dire of moments. So as not to, reveal his ace up his sleeve there too easily. Fix on the Panther 4 there with 17 kills. Mechanized round, of course, could be set up. Panther and Darnie repairs. I mean, certainly taking quite a beating there in service of Das Vaterland. And 20 and Pershing also in heavy neat repairs, and of course needs to get Infantry out. Needs to sort of, again, push across a bit more the map. But there's just so much there which he would easily be pressuring, but which he isn't, which he overall just makes it easy for Lenya just to defend 1 point. And so the lack of smoke during that assault, or say combined arms, I think was also a major contributor to, Paul not quite having the impact he would hope for. And there we go. Lenya now commits to Kuban close to the front line. This mighty beast of German technology and skill.
Send your orders.
Moving westwards there, finally looks like Paul.A.D's realising he needs to push elsewhere here versus Lenya to make any sort of serious gains. Pershing almost good to go as well, the 6 kills, veteran 2-1. Panther on the flank here, got 17 kills, 22 Pershing moving eastwards here. Quick shot there, almost got the Kenner crew probably shooting at the MD-34. Kubelwagens there, dodging a shot from the Pershing. Pulling back though, and there's MD-34 crew that's being hosed down with the rifle from the bar. Jake's trying to do the best, but they're close to being taken out of the war. Panther forming up, needs to get the Panther moving in, anti-tank moving in as well. Pershing sneaking up. Captain could move up further here on the west side, grab more points there. And at this point, I mean, Paul.A.D's got plenty of fuel, so if you can just save some manpower. Getting out of Jackson, for example, bag up the Pershing would be a great idea, or even just some Shermans, but definitely getting out more armor right now should be, I think, a goal there for Paul.A.D to sort of put more pressure on Lenya and his ace Kubelwagen. Tanks us up to help defend. Folds being glassed with the Pershing. Panther shoots, fails to penetrate the Pershing's thick frontal armor. In the west, we got Captain Evers, the Fultz Grenadiers. We got 17 kills here. Rangers moving in there very close to the ace level here versus Lenya's infantry. Got a Parno grenade up. There go. Panther to the rescue. Forces the collapse of the western push. There hadn't been a Pershing support this. I think that worked out a bit better there for Paul.A.D. Back here, troops healing reinforcing, but setting out as well. And one shot bounces off the Panzer IV's armor. A bit of bad luck there for Paul.A.D. Great though for Lenya. Push for the centre here again. We got Fultz being absolutely annihilated by the sheer amount of firepower here. That Paul.A.D's directed into single point. Panther shoots. And we got escort that running in as well there. Death on Paul's positions. He's got no anti-aircraft support, no half attacks, no nothing. So it's actually quite exposed there to Lenya's air support. Though Lenya does not seem to be really taking a big advantage of it. And Lenya, of course, could seem to trying to push into the cemetery there where basically Paul has got nothing anyways himself. Great hit from the anti-tank gun on the Panther piercing the frontal armour. Has there been any mines at all here? I think so there from Paul.A.D. Bit of a shame, bit of a shame. An overlooked opportunity, I would say. An overlooked opportunity by far. Panzer IV, they're halfway to Retinue 3. Kubelwagens remains in a reserve position. Pershing being fixed up again. Very, very close to Retinue 2 there for Paul.A.D. Panzer IV halfway to Retinue 3. We got repair parties up as well. Paul can very soon go for the Jackson tank destroyer. Sandbags from the centre, very good. Unless you're Paul, in which case that's less good. More sandbags here. And you're certainly expecting another head-on assault from Paul.A.D. And there you go, M36 Jackson tanks on the way moving westwards as well. Finally pushing into the cemetery there by Lenya. Could have happened soon, I think, there. And there you go, Paul there launching a counterattack, realising the situation on the west side there, of course, is going to fit him quite aggressive. And there you go, grenades off, but also it's the Panther IV planning excellent covering fire there against the infantry. Really taking the momentum out of Paul's infantry assault and punishing him for just sending in the infantry without any anti-tank support or tank support. In the end, the Foxes do get pushed back, but it certainly came at a bit of a price there for Paul.A.D. M36 Jackson, they're almost done here for Paul.A.D. and the 3rd Armoured Division. Panzer Division remains in control thanks to the efforts of the Ace Kubelwagen. Pershing moves up there, very, very close to it. 2 direct hit from the Panther on the Pershing. Panther lands a night here as well there. Veterans 1 on the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Head on assault once more from Paul.A.D. Once more, no smoke screen to make it a bit easier. Infantry on their way, kills very close to 24, grenades off, that's Lenya push ahead through the fires. Pershing going for the Panther on the left flank, they'll be got Retinue to the final. The Pershing is a bit low on health, got the flank here with the Panther, which is bad news there for Paul, though the infantry is blocking in the way, there's still the position path through here. Pershing is quickly breaking off there as Paul realises he might be extending his Pershing there versus Lenya. Troops pinned down there, Panther moving forwards. 14 kills. Pershing at less than half health. Situation is not improving here for the 3rd Armoured Division, which is just utterly stalled here in the face of the Panzer Division's excellent defence and, of course, Ace Kubelwagen. The end of all hopes and dreams for the Allies. Panther moving up, they're taking fire there from the Jackson. Jackson, the misses, grenade off from the Stone Pioneers. Jackson's going to go straight for the Panther. Needs to be careful that came over the flank, Panther fast and whatnot. Of course, there's a Panther Ball bat as well here. And right here, there's a chance that Paul.A.D. might have extended. The Pershing is almost done anyways. Panther taking a lot of damage. Stone Pioneers, or Jackson taking a lot of damage. Artillery fire against the Pershing here. We got 372 versus 252 here. Panther fast on the Jackson tank, so the Pershing shoots again. 13 kills. Both of the close being wiped out if they're not careful. Pershing, by the way, being quite accurate and effective as his infantry. And saying they destroyed the Lenya, depriving Paul there of any sort of further anti-tank support besides the Pershing and the Jackson and the bazookas. And there you go, Jaeger's almost out with the Pershing. They're going annihilated, finished off here with the M20. Good work there, good teamwork by Paul.A.D.'s armoured vehicles there. How will Lenya respond to this? Staggering casualties, more Jaegers, Obersoldaten, or more armour? Paul.A.D. finally going for smoke to push for the centre again. Sadly, the right side is wide open alongside this area. He just doesn't really do a lot there. He just keeps over-focusing the centre there. So seems to be a case of time division there with Paul.A.D., which Arkham is, I would say, so far beautifully punishing and exploiting here. Troops there being spread for the enemy further forward. But of course, also the Kubelwagen, which at 5 has suppression. At least in theory it does. 16 kills on the Ace Kubelwagen, successfully. Almost on its own, halting Paul.A.D.'s assault there. No, 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 no! The 50 cal. Oh, it retreats, it retreats. The Kubelwagen lives to see another day. That was damn close. I've been disappointed if Lenya lost the Kubelwagen at this stage. Panthers running out there. Very, very close to 52 there for Lenya. Panther moving ahead here. Panther trying to flank up, hit behind here the positions of Paul.A.D. Stuckers was likely going to give Paul there a bit of a headache with its heavy rocket strikes. Panther in forward, Fulton's launching in as well there. And Fulton's launching the out here with the Pershing. Good hit there from the Panther. Shoots and misses. There we go. Stuckers Fuss. Now I just need to find the target to actually hit with all those rockets. Pershing charging in there, very, very close to the Ace over there on the Pershing. And there you go, Panther on the flank catching the Jackson and the Bass. Probably got Betty 3, almost Betty 4 down the Panther 4. Panther moving up this one, the Jackson's about to go down, and it's going to be quite a blow there to Paul.A.D. He could try and pop combine after. There you go, rocket strike landing in there, missing most of the infantry, but still doing damage. Jackson's main gun is out. And there you go, we got combined arms. Just awfully late here though for Paul.A.D. But I suppose better than ever. Panther almost down here. From on attack, the old infantry bounced out with the Panther 4, so it's going to be really good, in particular Betty 4 here. Almost got the Pershing, but the Panther goes down first. Bit of a mistake there, unfortunately there for Lenya. Again, the combined arms does really just boost the infantry in armor nearby. And there you go, Panther 4 about to go down. Oh my goodness. In the end, Paul.A.D. does win after, I would say, rather poorly considering engagement there by Lenya, who's otherwise, I would say, winning, but rather than not throwing away, they're trying to overfocus on the Pershing, ignoring the infantry, of course, more importantly, ignoring the sheer power and potential of combined arms, which is a really good ability. They tend to get overlooked a lot by American players. Also, the Stuckers versus, in the end, didn't do enough. At least, though, the Kubelwagen survived, and that, I suppose, is the true victory of this match, and aced Kubelwagen. And really, how often do you get that? Lenya, though, could have benefited more from Overwatch and some more maneuvering on the side. I think was sort of the big reach with this match. It was very much a grind match. Both sides ended up suffering heavily from tunnel vision. And I think it either sort of, done more to maneuver, they probably, won a bit better or faster. And particularly for Lenya, I think more maneuver would have been really preferable. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.